to my channel, guys. I'm so excited to bring you guys today's episode from HD Pro Global Beauty Career Institute and Body Med Spa. As you guys know, they are one of our main sponsors, and we are filming right at the facility today in Duncanville. So if this is your first time here on my channel, welcome. I'm so excited and grateful to have you here. But don't forget, before you leave, subscribe, turn your notifications on, and of course, like and share this video. Today we're going to be talking about how you can identify when you are dating a high-valued man. And this is a conversation that stemmed from some types of a lot of talk that I've heard from women talking about men are scum, there's no more good men out there, and whatever, all the good men are taking, yada, 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 yada. So we're going to be breaking it down today because I believe that if you are looking to be in a relationship with a high-valued man, what are some of the things that you have to do, and how do you actually identify that he is a high-valued man? I'll be right back, so stay tuned for this exciting episode on Dr. OJ Speaks Relationship Talk with the one and only Dr. O, the Med Spa Professor. Thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for supporting, and just thank you guys for everything that you do to make this channel what it is. I'll be right back.
What to say, but we don't have the means, but we can listen, yeah. Things that we sharpen our vision, yeah. Oh yeah. Negativity getting out the way. By listening to us that we bring life, yeah. Plus it's like the voice of an angel, yeah. Dr. OJ, visionary, extraordinary. That burning like giving joy to the helpless. With it and bringing life to the dream. That's all we are, Ruby. That's Abby and she's transforming one life at a time. With the best voice that you have, the OJ keep on speaking for us. You're the voice we want to hear. You have the positivity. Dr. OJ keep on speaking for us. Dr. OJ visionary.
Alright, so let's get into the gist of the matter. How do you identify when you are dating a high-valued man? And the reason that I say that specifically, because at the end of the day, right, everyone's got standards. Personally, I have standards, and any man that I would want in my space has to be a man that is, first of all, high value, not just in his pocketbook. So when I say high value, a lot of you are thinking, oh, making 6 figures, 9 figures, whatever. Okay, it's always very nice to have those things, right? But when I talk about high value, I'm going to break it down, some of the things that, or some of the attributes that he possesses that actually makes him high valued beyond his pocketbooks, ladies. But first of all, before we talk about the high valued man, let's talk about you, us, we, you guys, my village fams. What are you doing to actually make yourself into that high-valued female? I saw a skit on social media the other day, and it was so funny because I had to side with the guy, guys. I mean, this guy took this girl on a date. We didn't see her face. And, she was all about, do you have your own place? Do you live with your mother? And he had all the answers. He had his own place. He had a job. He made 6 figures. He didn't live with his mother. He literally had his stuff together. And then he turned around and said, oh, what about you? Where do you live? And then next thing she's like, yeah, it's getting there. She lives with her friends, maybe like 5 or 6 of them. I don't even know what kind of space they're sharing. And then she had bad credit, and it was just a whole mess. And this dude literally stops in the middle of the road and just parks the car and is like, get out, get out. Like, I'm like, yes, girl, get out of his car. What do you mean? Coming in here asking him all these questions, telling you can't be with a guy who's not making 6 figures, you can't be, and all of a sudden, you don't even have your shit together, I'm sorry, like, it just makes no sense. So whatever it is you're looking for in a man, be prepared to be the opposite of that person, like the parallel, like you guys are face to face, toe to toe, like you guys are apart, not age-wise, not money-wise, but just really mirroring what it is that you're looking for in a person. Is that too much to ask, ladies? Come on now. I know, yes, I'm a female and I love you guys, but is it too much for you to just try to be what it is you're asking these men to be for you. I don't think it's too much, and I don't think it's too much for you to actually have high standards. So if you have those high standards, there's nothing wrong with you placing that same demand on the man who is looking to have your hand or your heart and yourself in a relationship. So let's get down to it. How do you identify a high-valued man? Number one, a high-valued man listens to you, right? He remembers what you say. He's not only listening for you, for him to respond or to say, just to get you to be done with the conversation. He actually listens with his head, with his mind, with his heart, and he remembers the very important things. So that way, he can actually be able to be a better partner to you. He spends time with you without wanting anything in return. He's not the kind of guy that's like, let's cuddle, and then that's leading to something else. No, that's not always the case. A man who has value and who is very high valued will just want to spend time with you, meet those needs that you have for you, not just for, not always for himself, not looking to get anything back in return. He makes a lot of sacrifices. Love, they say, is given. A high valued person learns that sacrifice goes toe-to-toe with love and relationships. Next thing is, he misses you when you're not there. He checks in from time to time, maybe just a text. It's not like, you guys are on the phone, because guess what? If he's high valued, he better be on his job, on his business, about the business, getting the bag. He's going to be a very busy individual, like you probably would and should. However, when you're not there, he'll miss you, and he'll find a way to communicate that emotion to you. So those are 4 things, and I still have quite a few to go over. So think about it, ladies. Are you really getting the picture right now to what makes a man high value or valuable, or a guy that is worth your time and energy? And are you also taking notes to see what areas that you can improve on yourself? Stay tuned, and I will be right back with some more points for you on how you identify a high-value female after this commercial break. Be right back.
Are you living the life you dream of daily? Are you expressing your creativity while earning a 5 to 6 figure income annually? Do you enjoy helping others reach their goals? What would you give for the opportunity to be part of a $500 billion industry that not only meets all these needs but offers an ever-growing and profitable lifelong career plan? If you answered yes to all of these questions, then you are the right fit for HD Pro Global Beauty Institute. We offer 3 online self-paced training and certification courses, 9 in-person training with starter kit options for each module, 5 training manuals developed and curated for the lifelong learner. In addition, our mentoring and franchise program is available to get you started with our business in a box package. Register online at www.hdproglobal.com, or you can call or text 1-469-420-0246 for more information and inquiries. The HD Pro Global team is ready to help you master the art of transforming bodies and physical appearance in 90 days or less.
All right, ladies, I am back. So talking about high-valued men, being able to identify your high-valued person for you, here are some additional attributes that this high-valued man should at least possess. So he's always there for you. That is one thing that you need to be mindful of, a man that you can count on. Reliability is something that is so important in relationships. The world is full of so many uncertainties, and you want to know that the person that you are really giving your heart, your body, your soul to can be counted on, right? He admires and respects you. That is one thing that a high-valued man does for his woman. He actually admires her. He sees her as something that is worth putting on a pedestal. Not in the sense of just, worship and stuff, but he really just looks at her like with a lot of respect. He loves everything about her, and he, just, you know what I mean. That's just something I'm having a little bit of a difficulty just explaining what admiration is. You know what I mean? He admires you. Like, yes, you guys get it. And he's comfortable around you. His male ego is never ever at risk of being extinct. like most men, or a few men, or some men, let me not just say that generally, but some men are not comfortable around around powerful, strong women who are confident in themselves. And if that is you, you might not be that alpha female, but whatever kind of female you are, your man is comfortable around you. He's very secure around you. So if he has to sort of just, submit to you or defer to you in certain situations, he will never have a problem with it. If you have to be the one to take the lead in certain decision-making processes, knowing that you have the know-how or the ability to do so better than him, he doesn't have a problem with getting under and letting you take the lead while you let him take the lead sometimes. So it's just that kind of exciting, healthy, dynamic. Another thing that a high-valued man is, he supports your dreams and your goals. He supports you in the things that you want to do, like everything that you aspire to. He's never going to talk you down. He's never going to invalidate you. He'll always validate the things that you see as important as well. He's very, very thoughtful about you. He does the most thoughtful things. He knows the things that are important to you, which might seem like a little bit of an overkill to some people, or it might seem like irrelevant. But when it comes to you, he's very, very mindful. He's thoughtful. He knows what your love language is, and he caters exactly to that. He makes an effort, right, to get to know your friends and your family. Oh my goodness, that is so important. I mean, how are you going to be with a man who doesn't care to know the people that are important to you, or doesn't care to know the people that have been there in your life before he surfaced or he came into the picture? So a high-valued man is very intentional about knowing your inner circle, your outer circle, every circle that surrounds you. He wants to know. He wants to be in the know, not being nosy or insecure or stalky, but he just wants to get to know your world. He's trying to infuse himself in there, and that's what makes him high value. One other thing is, he keeps his promises. You know, one thing I heard is, a man is only as good as his word. So when a man gives his word, that is sort of like, it's a binding agreement. And I don't know why most people these days, I don't want to say men because it's really people, don't get this single fact. When you give your word, do what you say you're going to do. A high-valued man understands the importance of using his words and keeping his promises to you. So I have a few more. I know it's a long list, and I'm not encouraging you by any means to make a list and start checking them off. Do you have this? Do you have this? No, guys. That is not the essence of this episode. This is just to enlighten you, raise your awareness a little bit, to know some of the traits and attributes to look out for beyond the apps, beyond the money, beyond the bling and the blank and the social media and all of those things. Let's begin to take a deeper look into the people that we are allowing into our lives. And obviously, you would agree with me that some of us have made the error in the past to actually let great people go who possess some of these attributes because they didn't look like it or because they didn't have enough money. Come on now. Money can always be made. But let me tell you something. Some of these attributes and characteristics, you can't really buy on the marketplace. I hope that everything that I've shared so far has been very valuable and useful to you. If you found it useful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications on, share, comment, like this video, do the needful. So let's get it going. So a high-valued man stands up for you. Come on now. What is more sexy than a man who defends his woman, just being able to be, I'm not saying knight in shining armor, that's fairy tale stuff, but he stands up for you to defend you with enough, reason, within reason, of course. But regardless of what the situation is, he always has your back. He has your 6, he has your 9, he has your 12, he has all the angles. He's got you covered. That's what we want. And he gives you an honest feedback. Giving you an honest feedback actually makes him a high-valued man. Being able to tell you that, babe, look, that stuff you pulled wasn't right. Stop spending all that money. Come on. Stop focusing too much on the minors. Let's focus on the majors. Let's do this. He gives you an honest feedback in a loving way, of course, and you do the same for him. And he always wants the best for you. I mean, whatever the outcome is, whatever the situation is between the two of you, a high-valued man would always want the best for you. This is like the final 3 things that I believe a high-valued man should possess as an attribute, characteristics, traits, whatever you want to call it. He listens when you're upset. Like, he identifies that something matters to you and he's interested in addressing it. He doesn't like, oh, that's just women for you, Joe. What's wrong with you? You always get angry. Oh, you don't have a sense of humor. Oh, you just can't take a joke. No, a high-valued man reads you. He reads the signs. He knows, like, look, if she's not happy about this, I need to make it okay for my baby, that kind of thing. And you, of course, do the same for him. And you feel safe around him. It's important for you to feel safe around your partner. The reason why that particular point is so important to me is because I advocate for victims of domestic abuse and teen dating violence. And one of the things that we know is 80% of crimes against from domestic violence or teen dating violence are from intimate partners, people that are close, familiar with you. So it's very important for you to be able to feel safe around your man. And if you feel safe around him, he's a keeper and he gives the attention to the things that you like and you dislike. Like, he's not just going to graze over your likes and dislikes. He knows it. He takes the time to learn, to adapt, to come up to speed with the things that you like, knowing that Rome was not built in a day. You guys met each other whenever you met each other. You got together whenever you got together. You had a different life and he had a different life. But he takes the time to understand where you're coming from and tries to figure out a way to adapt to you while you also do the same for him. So one last thing before I finish up this episode, guys, listen. This is not a checkoff list for you to discredit any man or for you to say, these are my list, can you do this, are you this? It's just for you to be aware, to know how to identify a sign of a good man. Stop enough already, women. My women, stop saying men are scum. Yeah, they're scum, but women, they're scumming women. Like the same way you find bad apples, bad mangoes, bad oranges, you find bad men, bad women. So the same way we have great men and great women. So let's just do the needful, understand what it is that we're looking to attract, live up to that expectation and become that which you're looking to attract. And I promise you, you will begin to see so much more good in the world than what you're experiencing right now. Like someone already told me, if who you are is not who you want to be, then it's time for you to pivot, make a change, do what you need to do, because you're not a tree, you're not stuck in one position. All right, that's it. That's all I have for you today. This is Dr. OJ, the MedSpa professor. It's been great hanging with you. Thank you so much. And let me know what you think about this episode. And if you would like for me to do more episodes like this, or actually, we already do episodes like this. We talk about relationships. I know lately we've been doing a lot of event vlogging, showing you a lot of lifestyle videos, but that's how we like to do it. Mix it up on this channel, hopefully bringing you a lot of value that educates you, entertains you, and adds a lot of value to help you move the needle forward in your life. Until next time, subscribe, turn your notifications on, and like and share. Mwah!
Yes, sure.